Hey Spitwads, this is producer Owl Borland here to introduce another great spit hit for you today. On this show we talk about being on a reality TV show, competing in a team triathlon, and bunkering down during a zombie apocalypse. And then prepare your taste buds because we close this show down with a draft of the best fast food menu items. Enjoy this week's spit hit.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh, man. That was a textbook definition of a man who's like, this is terrible, so I'm just going to keep going and going.
You delayed it?
And like, maybe it will be awesome by the end of it, but it was terrible.
If I could have muted the end of it, I would have.
When do we stop this bit?
It's what bit?
My point is
The show? We're never stopping.
When are we stopping this stupid show?
You can just do a normal sketch.
Yeah.
You don't have to be inventive every time. Yeah,
I don't think it's
Look,
true.
The iPhone came out. It was really cool. They don't invent a brand new iPhone every time. They just iterate a little bit. A little skeet, a little scat, a little boop, a little bap.
You guys looks like you're up next week.
I was going to say, or Mike and I can just handle it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
If you're still with us, thank you. Thank you so much for enduring. We have a great show today. Would you rather? That's a great question. A fun draft on the episode. You heard it at the top of the show. We've got a brand new Patreon set up. Patreon.com/Spitballers. You can also find it at SpitballersPod.com. Become an official member of become an official Spitwad.
Yeah, I mean,
like you dreamed about when you were a child.
Mama always said, when you grow up, if you're going to do one thing, make sure it's support the Spitballers podcast.
You can find us over on Twitter at SpitballersPod, Instagram, and elsewhere, Facebook, YouTube. We appreciate all of your support and your reviews. You guys, Mike has something to say.
I do. Well, I mean, the beginning of a show is usually where you put news. And ladies and gentlemen, there are some sensational new segments that will be joining the Spitballers podcast in future episodes.
Yeah, I call Liar Liar Pants on Fire, Mike.
Oh, foreshadowing.
We do. We have some new segment ideas. Al Borland, hard at work, mentally coming up with...
That's him drilling them together. That's how you
ideas.
That's how you make podcast segments with power tools.
Yes, you do. Let's get into it.
Would you rather?
All right, Ricky. Ricky from Twitter.
Ricky almost got a spit take from me because I hadn't read the question.
I haven't read it yet.
I just did.
Would you rather always sound like you're going through puberty or always walk like you are in a marching band?
Oh, that's good.
Now, which... I'm going to throw this to Al Borland. Many people don't know this because we don't allow Al Borland to talk about himself. Al Borland was a band nerd. He was a card-carrying member of the marching band.
Oh, really?
Now, Al Borland, in the marching band, does everyone have the same march, or do the people at the front have a bit of a different march?
If you're doing it right, everybody should have the same march.
Okay, because in my head, I'm picturing the Music Man.
Are they the most proud at the front?
The drum majors, I guess, they do usually have a higher step. And
It's a little more gusto to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's just so I can visualize this right. That's the like full knee high, like every step is like a
I believe your arms would be up too, right?
Your arms are up holding your instrument. Your upper body is actually not moving.
Right.
It's all in the legs.
But it's like really high knees, right?
Medium knees. Al Borland, we need the expert in here.
There's just a strong cadence to it.
Yeah, I mean, as a member of a marching band, not a drum major or conductor, you're not real high knees. You're just marching time.
Oh, see, I thought it was like full.
It's embarrassing to walk
90-degree angle with the hip into the leg.
Would you enjoy, like, if you were walking into a Starbucks and out of a Starbucks, would you feel real proud with the marching band walk?
Not at all.
Okay, so the other option is to go. You sound like you're always going through puberty.
Oh, man.
Now, I can speak and testify to the fact that before I went through puberty, I tried to sound like I had the deep voice.
Oh, no, you imitated it?
There was a couple years. I was a late bloomer, and there were a couple years where
This is really my normal voice
if I
now.
spoke publicly, like in a group, I felt like I had to make my voice a little bit deeper because I was so... Look,
and gentlemen.
you can laugh at me now, but it sucked. I mean, as a child,
You were a very...
Look, we all lived that life.
I was a...
Andy was a late bloomer. You know,
have
there's
you ever seen Indian in the Cupboard? That's how big I was.
it's so weird.
I was real small.
Oh, you were the size of an action figure?
That's
You have
correct.
no idea how correct that is. I went to high school with him. I was a junior when he was a freshman, and
I was a kindergartner when I was a freshman.
And Andy, how tall are you now? You're
6'2", 6'3".
I think you're
He's
6'3".
He's the tallest.
The most common thing that we get when we do our live shows and we see fans, they are always, "Oh, you're taller than I
Yes.
thought." They always say that.
Yes, they do.
And what's crazy is that in high school, you were literally the shortest person. We had 4,000 people at our high school. I can't remember
I
someone
was real
shorter
little.
than you.
I was real little. And everybody would tell me, you're going to get tall one day. And I said, I don't care.
I don't believe.
Want to be tall now.
I believe you said, "I don't care. I don't believe you."
So the puberty thing will be abrasive every new conversation you have. You will 100% of the time, people will think you're saying something to them in one way, and it will come out, hey,
Yes.
can I get a caramel? Let's just keep the Starbucks example. You're either marching in for your vente latte
you're
frappuccino,
you're the character from The Simpsons.
or hey, vente margarita.
Well, it's not that frequent. I mean, there are. I guess there's the some
cracks?
People, yeah.
Oh, man.
They happen a lot when your voice is transitioning. Guys, I'm very distracted because all I could picture is the video from the Music Man of 76 trombones. Because the people at the front of this marching band, they are giving extra. So I'm imagining myself just going to town, and you know what? It would be awesome if you were this person and you could live in this life of such jubilation that no matter where you're going, you are strutting. It could be a
So you
it could
want
be an
the
improvement.
strut.
Oh,
You want
I'm
the
taking.
strut.
Not only am I taking the marching band, I'm taking the man who is extra at the front, and he is the
Now,
leader of this group.
What were
Stealing
your-
the show.
what were your wife-
There is no show.
At least with the puberty one, everything can be normal if you don't speak. And the other one, how long is your wife going to give up on the walks or the like? Let's go to the mall. Let's go to Disneyland. You're walking around Disneyland.
Oh my gosh, Disneyland.
100% of the time
People
in your
would think-
strut.
I actually think Disneyland would be fine.
Yes.
Because you're walking around like, "I am at Disneyland." Rumpa-doompa,
So-
rumpa-doompa.
a funny aside, true story.
I high knee when I walk into Disneyland.
No, about Disneyland. 1 year, I don't remember if Al Borland was on this trip or not, but I traveled with a choir. I was part of the band, and we went. Part of the trip, is the reward is you get to go to Disneyland. You went to California, you put in all the hard work of singing and playing the music. You end up at Disneyland. Freak storm out of absolutely nowhere. It's now freezing at Disneyland, which no one was expecting. And for some reason, because we're buffoons and this is what we did when we were kids, the three of us in the band, we all had bathrobes, and we decided we're going to wear our bathrobes to Disneyland, which says a lot about who we are as people. But what we didn't realize is everyone we would encounter believed we were working for Disney, so we became an attraction that people wanted to take their photo with these three bizarre young gentlemen all wearing matching blue bathrobes. So that's a pro tip.
As if you were like a character
Yes,
or something?
we
If
were
you
a-
march,
we were a
you have
street
to
act.
lean in. You might as well wear the high button up, look like you're part of
The uni?
the Revolutionary
Oh,
War
just
or something.
Just give me one of those hats. The marching band hat is where it's at.
Official vote. Then you're strutting.
Oh,
Jason.
yes.
I will strut with the best of them. I don't know if you know this. I do podcasts
Yeah,
for a living. And
Do
I think that this would not be helpful for the downloads.
You're maturing. Would you
I'm
rather
gonna be
be?
a man soon.
Here's a new question. Would you rather be a competitor on a reality show, so things like Survivor, or Big Brother, or a competitor on a game show. Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, etc. I have this great fear that even if I was like, Mike, we talk about Price is Right.
Oh,
You've got like Jeopardy out there. You've got these other game shows. I am so worried that my brain will not function properly when I need it to.
It will not.
And I won't be able to recall. I'm not worried about not recalling a complex question and failing. I'm worried about being the guy on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire that bombs question 1.
What's closer, the sun or the moon?
Yes. And then I start getting in my own head.
The sun?
I do a 50-50 and phone a friend, and I still pick the wrong thing.
Sir, this is the first question.
The shame. I'm worried about the panic moment of not recalling.
That's not really your final answer, correct?
But then I'm worried about being...
Are you sure? I wouldn't be so sure, but how do you feel?
The thing about
being voted out first on Survivor would suck too.
Yeah, well, the thing about the game show, I guess if you're the first out on the reality show, it throws a wrench in this argument. The game show life, like Price is Right. I mean, people spend a lot of time trying to get on this show. One, you have to make it into the studio audience. Second, you have to actually get picked. And then when you do, your time in the spotlight it's very minimal. Those Price is Right games last sometimes 2 minutes or less. But if you're on Big Brother or Survivor, you're getting some good camera time. You're letting America know.
Wear your Spitballers t-shirt every day.
You're letting America know I'm the next superstar.
Have you guys seen this documentary about the Price is Right guy?
Of course I've seen it. The Perfect Bid.
The Perfect Bid. So there's this guy.
I've seen it as well. We've all seen it.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
It is awful.
No,
it's awful.
It's
great.
the worst. So here, to catch people up if you haven't seen it, there's this guy who dedicated his life to basically learning every single item that's on Price is Right, exactly how much its value is, because they would recycle and bring back the same items. So he knew the exact price of almost every single bid. He would go there. He tried to get on the show like 26 times, finally gets on, knows all the answers, helps other people to get the answers. A documentary is made about him because he spent 30 years of his life dedicated to Price is Right. At the end of all of it, including them undoing a rule after 20 years of he can be back on the show, he walked away from the Price is Right with $1,000. Like, that was it.
That was my takeaway. It was like, pathetic.
I couldn't wait for the big reveal.
What I'm saying, it's awesome. I wasn't referring to the challenge or the life goals it's been. Like, the documentary itself is very enjoyable.
If you go on Survivor and you don't win, you just blew like 2 months of your life. Like, it's gone.
You're famous, aren't you? At that
no,
point?
you're not famous. You're the loser.
You're the loser. You got to go into lockdown.
Full lockdown. They sequester you. You've got all these months you spent going to this island.
And you smell like a butt when you leave that island.
Did Omarosa, is that her name? Did she ever win? Because
I don't know who
her
you're
name.
talking about.
I don't know. That's that was the You're Fired. I can't even think of the name of the show now. But I mean, I guess she won because she became
talking about The Apprentice.
Yes, thank you. So she
so famous that I don't remember her.
Whatever. But she got I feel like she got work because of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, because I'm such a Survivor fan, I will go on the reality show. I want to experience what I've watched for 20 years or whatever it is and see what I can do. I feel like it's a better challenge than catching the wrong question on a game show.
I can't wait for Andy when he has to do the confessional. He's talking to the camera. I've made a huge mistake.
There's spiders everywhere.
I thought I could do this.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I'm going to pick the reality show as well, because
Which one are you going on?
Oh man, if I were to pick The Biggest Loser, yes. I might not win, but I want that personal training on whatever the fat farm, whatever they call it.
Oh, what?
I don't know
what. I've never
to
watched it.
You go to this place.
That's
where
what they
you are,
call it.
Probably not.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm going. But
I've
it's
never
awesome.
seen it.
I want to go to that place where they're like.
No, you
secluded.
don't. No, you don't.
Yeah,
I want to be
Conceptually, you want the results of
I
it.
want to be forced to go to That's what I would be. I've made a huge
I'm
mistake.
going on Price is Right, man.
There you go. Yeah, that would fulfill a dream of yours.
It would.
If I could pick one show, it would actually probably be a game show. I would love to play the Family Feud. That game.
Yeah.
We got to get like the footballers with Borland, because you need 5, right?
Yeah.
And the Spitballers
Brooks can come.
with Borland and Giamatti, the 2 producers.
Well, I mean, we should be on the celebrity version, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Like
We're not a family.
There are dozens and dozens of people who listen to this show.
They're called Spitballers. All right, Big Pun on Twitter sends in this Would You Rather question. Would you rather have to start every conversation with a joke or have to start every conversation with an interesting science fact?
Science fact for sure.
Oh, it's got to be the joke.
No, science fact for look. I know it's going to be annoying to people, but that means I know so much about science.
See, that's
Hi,
the issue.
Welcome to McDonald's. By the way, did you know that about half your body is made of bacteria? Yeah, I will take a quarter pounder.
If you lived on Mercury, you'd actually weigh 35 pounds.
Now I hate you. I mean, that's what by you taking the science fact, that means, oh, that guy. you know what I mean? But if every time you came up, you told me a joke and I was like, oh, that's a good one, I would.
Okay, well, first of all, every science fact is great. Not every joke is remotely good.
That's true.
That is true.
As one who throws out many jokes,
do you have to
that
laugh
don't
at your
land.
joke? Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, if your joke doesn't land, you're forced to. Like you have no. There's no question. You got to laugh at your own joke.
I don't think either person is going to be married.
Oh no!
Or have friends.
The joke person is going to be
the
beloved.
Science
by
person
all.
is going to be beloved.
Oh
yeah,
man,
sure.
This is science versus jokes.
Hey, Jason, how you doing? Did you know a single solar flare can release the equivalent energy of millions of 100 megaton bombs?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Meanwhile, here comes Jason with his, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Knock, knock.
Oh, man. You know how many things you're going to open with a knock-knock joke and you're just going to get punched in the face?
I don't. Now, here's the thing. If I were to say knock, knock to you, and you punched me in the face, I don't want to be your friend, and that's fine. Friendship is over. I would never punch someone in the face for saying.
Well, it's the every conversation, and
Yeah.
we're around you.
Yeah,
the
this
most.
is not just
how
your
many
friends.
times a day
All
do
right,
we start
okay,
a conversation?
Okay. Now let me throw this out there. If you're a funny person, you can make these jokes enjoyable even when they're bad, a la Mike. Right? We
Right.
enjoy your jokes.
Even though
Sometimes.
And so I think that I will not annoy you. I think you will have a great time, and it's always a conversation starter. I'm the jokester. I'm taking the jokes.
you're taking science, Mike,
Absolutely.
you're going to be the science factoid
Yes.
guy. I will be friends with both of you simultaneously, and it will balance out.
I'm trying to find a situation in my life where if you start the conversation, a science fact would just – you can't find something relatable to this person or this conversation. But there are going to be many, many times where opening with a joke
Let
is
me throw
not
this
going
out
to
there.
be appropriate.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Every conversation you have at the
Go to the funeral.
yeah. Let's modify it just a little bit. How about you have instead of a joke, it's all knock knock jokes all the time.
Oh,
And then the other side of it is all your science facts are depressing.
oh like Debbie Downers?
They're all Debbie Downer facts, or it's all knock knock jokes. Does it change your
The hole in the ozone over Australia is rapidly growing
It's
at a rate of 5 inches a year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The pollution once again.
There is no way you're going to get me
the
off the
10-year
jokes.
trend of Los Angeles pollution.
What-
You're
what's
on
your-
knock knock jokes.
I'm
no matter
on
what?
knock knock jokes.
All right, I will go with science facts, and the only reason I will do that is because when I say a joke that doesn't land, I hate that feeling. I hate that embarrassment for the moment. So let's go ahead and get into some questions.
All right, Spitwads, look, if you've got a small business, there is nothing more valuable than your time. That is something we have learned here at the Spitballers podcast, at the Footballers podcast. I don't like wasting time, Al. It makes me angry. Okay? Time is valuable. That's why I use Stamps.com. That's why we've used them for years. We send out all of our fan mail. We've just depended on them and depended on the fact that I don't have to drive to the stinking post office. Al doesn't have to go to the post office. He can be focused on getting us food instead. Look, since 1998, Stamps.com has been an indispensable tool for nearly 1 million businesses. What do you need? You need your computer. You need a printer. That's it. You're done. Save time and money with Stamps.com. There's no risk. With our promo code Spitballers, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week free trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Spitballers. That's Stamps.com. Promo code Spitballers, Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
That's a great question.
Hey,
All right.
guys.
What?
What has
Oh.
4 wheels and flies?
Oh, no.
4 wheels and flies. I don't know.
A garbage truck. Oh, yeah, we're best friends.
Oh, it's funny-ish. It's kind of funny. It took me
Yeah.
a second.
It's got flies all around it.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Woof.
Macy from Twitter has a great question, guys. Let's debate it. During a zombie apocalypse, which we're all very familiar with, what is the very best place to bunker down? I think we've seen so many post-apocalyptic zombie movies, and we always question the decisions made by the parties involved.
What is the best place to hunker down? So the first thing that comes to my mind is Costco. You got like a big warehouse.
Okay.
You've brought this up before. This is
Well,
the
look.
first time I've heard
So
that.
you're a Dawn of the Dead
You
person.
have to be prepared.
Where what you're finding a place where it's full of resources, but it's not secure in the slightest, and you feel confident that you could secure that place.
There's still, even despite the size, there's still only a few entrances, right? You've got the front doors, which are large. I gotta seal that down.
right.
You've got the back entryway for loading whatever docks or whatever, and
Okay.
probably an exit door here or there.
And
So
and the hundreds of people who also had the same idea. I need to go hunker down at the Costco, and they're going to be trying to get in with the zombies.
and I will say, if you were second. I got here first.
The food and then potential weaponry at a Costco is great, but you're right. The human versus human situation. We've done the drafts before
Yeah.
where you're stuck in an office supply store or a Home Depot or something, and it gets dangerous.
I mean, what do you think is more?
Now, do zombies swim?
See, that's
Because that's the, I mean, or do they just walk,
I
but
think
then they
just
walk on the ground?
underwater.
well, can't you?
They can't because they'd float.
yeah, you. There's floating. I mean,
They would float over to you because they're not going to drown.
How will
obviously.
they
it
get to
depends
you?
on the tides, man.
It depends on the tide. So let's say the tide is going out. Great, you're safe. But it changes, and now it's coming in, and now you got some zombies on your
Look,
shore.
put me in a prison. Put me in Alcatraz.
Alcatraz was my first
Really?
thought. I was thinking about
Yes.
it. But then here's the problem with Alcatraz. Resources.
Yeah.
You have the complete
Yes.
opposite problem. You're safe, but you do not have resources.
Yeah, you don't. You can't. In fact, you just die there
So
very quickly.
You won't eat me.
That's
I
right.
will starve to
We will
death.
eat ourselves.
So what do you think is
Donner party.
what do you think is more important, the security or the resources? Like if you have to pick one of
Man.
those two,
I believe. Now, are we traditional zombies here? I mean, this question is
Oh,
just
that's great. Yeah.
multifaceted.
Walkers or runners?
The thing is if they're
Walkers.
walkers, they're walkers.
Okay.
If they're walkers, I feel like the resources are more important, and I can devise enough of a defensive. And maybe I'm wrong. It's only one. I'll find out quickly if they eat me. But I feel like you can devise a few things to stop the walkers from getting to you. So I would want the resources. I want to be able to survive and have a system of life where, okay, they can get in over here, but I've got a fence. They can get in over here, but I've got a,
Man.
they're so stupid.
I mean, I guess you got to take your chances with the resources.
I feel like you could stand at a wall with a spear and just knock them all out
what
until
about-
they're off the earth.
100%. You can take care of the zombies, no problem. As long as you have a secure fence.
True.
But it's the human element. The human element is really the problem.
Competing with one another.
I want to
Yeah.
see this take place at like one of those monk establishments at the top of the mountain where there's just this super long staircase.
Oh, and the zombies have to climb the
and they climb
staircase?
up, and then you just give them a kick. And
Oh,
you go,
that's
everyone
so-
loves a slinky, and they just tumble down, causing a massive. And that's just
That
your
would
job,
be-
is you stand up at the
I
top.
believe
They don't
that's
get-
called the Zelinki, Jason.
Oh,
The Zlinky?
The Zlinky.
Everyone loves the Slinky.
Wait, isn't that the name of the character in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Wayne Zelinsky.
Oh,
We've gone
We're
16
getting
levels
there.
deep.
I was
that would be so
thinking of Zelinsky Auto Parts.
Oh,
from Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
auto parts.
Here's
Let's just
the
see
thing.
how long this train can go.
I'm picturing these poor zombies. Now, they don't have emotions, feelings, hearts. They don't have anything. But I feel bad for them going up this mountain just to get kicked down it. That's a good place to be.
I have no empathy for the undead.
You feel bad for the zombies?
You poor guys.
Let's put
You're
it
not
this
lasting
way.
very long.
If that staircase takes them like a
Aunt
week,
Beth!
to
Beth!
get up.
No. You're
Yeah.
dead.
Okay.
Here's a finger.
I like your idea. Go to the top of a monastery.
Yeah, because they grow food up there, right? And I don't know.
Yeah, they're famous for their veggies. All right, Big Mike from Twitter. If you three had to do a team triathlon together, who would do the running, who would do the biking, and who would do the swimming?
Ooh, yes.
Let's examine this because, you can only do one.
I can rule myself out of one of these.
Okay.
I'm not doing the running. Like, that's off the table. Like, it's just not.
Are you an endurance athlete, Mike?
Do I look like an endurance athlete?
So one of us is stuck with running. That's what Jason just said?
I don't think so. I think you are stuck with running.
You've got the long legs, man.
Yeah, the good stride. And Andy, you're just such a good runner.
Thanks. So I've got the running.
Look,
That means-
Jason and I were just talking about
We were.
Andy's running.
It's just unbelievable.
I've never seen a run
I was
quite like
talking to my
Andy's run.
wife about.
I love it when I'm
wish
compared to you guys because I am great at things all of a sudden.
One day I can run like Andy, but I mean, because of how great of a runner you are, you get running.
You think you can handle endurance swimming, Jason?
100%.
Endurance.
Do you know
This is a guy who just recently took up swimming a couple of laps in his play pool, and now you can handle endurance swimming.
I could swim the English Channel, but the point here is less about my incredible swimming ability and more about the fact that my body weighs less in water than on land. And that
sounds like an interesting science fact, Jason.
Oh, shoot. Dang it.
Knock. Who's there?
Sharks. I believe.
Sharks who?
I believe fat floats.
That's true.
So
that's also true.
I will be doing the thing where I lay on my back.
I was going to say, if anything can save me, it's my back float.
So are
is
you
impeccable.
going full biker shorts?
Well,
Mike?
look, I'm not afraid of the biker shorts. I'm a rocket.
Yeah.
But I just felt like Jason had more protection from the bike seat.
The badonkadonk.
Yes, the derrière.
If you're
and
biking, you're not on that seat. Oh, you're really cruising. Are you in like one of those retirement cruisers?
No,
for your biking?
No, you're on a speed bike, and those things.
You're up off the seat.
No, you're sitting on the seat. You're only up off the seat if you're climbing a mountain.
You are
you're on the seat, man.
I think you're going to be on the seat a lot.
That's right.
And the seat.
You get out of the saddle when you're climbing.
All right.
Oh, the saddle.
I guess we know who's biking Al Borland. Oh, it's the saddle.
things by the correct name. And the seat is like a razor blade just right to the grundle area.
I have searched.
And Jason can protect himself with his voluptuous butt cheeks.
Wow, it is called a
Here's the
bicycle
thing.
saddle.
What? You questioned it? Of course. He's a mountain biker. Here's the thing. I think I would like biking, but I have bought a bike many times. And I have bought.
How many times does one need to buy a bike before you realize this isn't for me?
Because everybody wants to be a biker. Everybody wants to be a biker. No, honestly, the truth is I like a pop a tire and then the bike's done.
This bike is ruined.
But I've bought a ton of seats, all sorts of seats.
I wish you could just replace the tire, but you gotta.
If only I would be a biker.
It seems like so much work. But the thing is the bike seats. There are all these different kinds, and all of them hurt. Now,
Yes.
Borland, you've had an extensive track record on saddles. Are there any ones that are actually comfortable, or are 100% of them going to destroy your undercarriage?
Pretty close to 100%.
Yeah, I've yet to find one.
I always wore the padded undies.
Oh, is that the trick?
Yeah.
You double up, you go padded seat, padded undie.
I do that already. Just for life.
Just
I'm
for
always
sitting.
wearing padded
That
underwear.
reminded me of, when you fly, or at least this used to be this way, because I haven't seen them lately, the Sky Mall magazine.
Yeah.
Where you open it up and you're like, who's buying this thing?
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
going shopping in the air?
Who's going,
It's awesome stuff. I love looking at that
but
magazine.
it's crazy
It's
novelty stuff.
Brookstone stuff.
But there's one thing that always stuck with me. It was a bike seat called the Liberator.
Uh-oh.
And there was literally
A hole?
A cutout in the middle of the seat that seemed like it's either genius or
dangerous,
or the most dangerous situation, because when you fall off the bike, things may go with the bike.
Well, that seat is made specifically for the nude biker.
That's what I'm talking
even
about.
Worse.
Like you fall off,
Yes.
things may not return.
Ouch! It has liberated you
From your life.
You ever wanted to be a eunuch?
We've
Get
got
the liberator. One crash is all you need.
Zach from the website. What is the appropriate? This is a great question. What is the appropriate amount of candies to take from a bowl when leaving a restaurant?
What type of candies are we talking about here?
Well, the appropriate amount is 1. But what is the
most?
how can you stretch it?
Yeah. What's the
Mint? You could go mints. You could go Andy's mints. You can go.
Andy's mints? They're gone. They're all mine.
How big's my hand?
How big's my hand?
How big
Are
is
you
my
kidding
hand?
me? It's how big can I carry the dish? Is like how much does it weigh?
Do you mind if I take this? You could have those little. Remember the strawberry candies that have the goo inside?
Oh, right, yeah.
Very popular giveaway candy.
Very popular
for restaurants.
with the old people.
Yeah, that's 100% what I was thinking. That's
not an old people
Oh
candy.
my word! That is nothing if not an old person candy.
The like strawberry with the goo in them.
Yes,
the individually wrapped,
Yeah.
so it looks like a strawberry.
Yeah, they had one
those,
that looked like a
those.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Old
pineapple ones are good.
Oh, says the old person. I mean, you
Yes,
know,
those are for old people.
They're not for. They're in every restaurant on the way out.
hard candy.
they're on every
No,
restaurant.
hold on.
They're
Let's
in
pull this back.
Luby's and
BJ's.
Coco's.
Is there a hard? You're just talking about hard candies. You do this with Werther's Originals, obviously. You just believe if the generation of hard candies is the old person who went to the candy shop to get one hard candy with their nickel. Name a hard candy that isn't an old
Gobstopper.
person candy.
Oh, Gobstopper's totally a youthful.
Nobody's ever handed a gobstopper out at a restaurant.
No, but at a
on
restaurant.
the way out, they don't hand gobstopper. So getting candy on the way out is
they're for kids. You can't hand an old person a gobstopper.
So you're saying all restaurants pick their candy by their oldest demographic.
Yes.
Mhm,
And
100%.
you go to restaurants that serve people over the age of
Me?
ARP.
Yeah.
No. So no restaurants give away gobstoppers. No restaurants give away Kit Kats on the way out. We're
You
talking
can't
about
give away a Kit Kat. That's ridiculous.
most of the time it's mints.
Yes, usually. I mean,
Yes.
that's the whole
A mint
point.
is
It's like,
universal. A lifesaver.
right.
A lifesaver is good
But-
for all
like
I
generations.
find it repulsive if they don't offer a toothpick on the way out.
A peppermint mint.
That's an affront.
A peppermint mint is a hard candy that's given out that is ageless, young, old, whatever. A strawberry with the goo inside. That's
a
that's
tasty
the
treat.
It's a tasty treat. But the old people, they don't think that it's for old people because it's so wild. It's got this goo inside. This is for the youngins.
That's how I feel.
I've never felt so alive. Strawberry
all right.
goo.
Here's a true pro tip on this, Zach.
I think you
from the
pretend to
website.
have more kids than you have. That's the way I roll.
Oh.
It's a one for me. Let me get one for the kids. Sir, they're 16 in your hand. Yes, I've a very robust family.
So here, there's 2 handfuls is what you can get away with comfortably while still feeling good about yourself. And here's why. If you just go in and grab, they can't always see how many you're grabbing in that. So you just get one little scoop and you pocket it. And then you don't just grab and hold out for people to see. You grab the handful straight into the pocket, pull them out one at a time, you're good. But the reason I say you can do 2 handfuls is my pro tip. On the way in,
Yes.
on the
You've
way
done it
out.
on the way in.
Oh,
100%.
I was
yes.
about to ask if we can set a new precedent. On the way in, you've taken an Andy's Mint on the way into the Olive Garden.
If there is not a designated exit that I only see the candies on my way out, if it's a tasty treat that I want and it's not for old people, I'm going in, I'm coming out, and my pockets are bulging with mints.
Let me just hypothesize for a second.
Okay.
You want to make fun of old people candies.
Yes.
Who are the most wise people on this earth? The aged, wise.
Our generation?
I would say
No,
the
you
3
believe
of us.
whatever age you are is the wisest.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is maybe, just maybe, you're boxing your enjoyment of candy in a little bit in the fact that an eventual Mike will find those candies delicious. So why not be that Mike now? Why not take the advice from Mike from the future who loves those candies clearly because they're buying them in spades,
but maybe
and then enjoy them now.
Maybe future Mike enjoys those candies because the hard candies they're no worry with the dentures. The dentures, are not going to be destroyed by these hard candies, so that's why.
You guys don't have dentures? All right, you guys ready to do a draft?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, Mike on the website suggested this draft topic. We are doing items off of a fast food menu. Now, there's a caveat. You can't pick multiple items from the same restaurant.
Per team.
Correct. So,
well, just saying, like,
Mike, if you had something from McDonald's and I had something from McDonald's, that'd be fine.
Yes.
You don't get, to claim a restaurant. You just can't pick 4 McDonald's items or 4 Taco Bell items.
And we have put the requirements that this is not a QSR situation. This is a drive-through.
Yes,
if you are fast food for this draft, I can drive through and pick it up.
I can't tell you guys. So,
you have the first pick.
I have the first pick.
That's unfortunate.
This is a food draft. This is my wheelhouse.
He didn't lose a pick from the scat? We didn't take one away?
But
Probably should've.
Here's what's crazy. I think most people are thinking, oh, this is Jason's so excited. I don't want to do this draft.
Oh.
Because I am going to be so upset at
Do you feel like you're cheating on the other items you didn't pick?
No, I'm just going to be upset every time you guys take something because that means I can't have it. So I really hope your bad taste comes through on this draft because every time you grab one,
we'll do our best.
There's about 20 items that I specifically need. So we're going to make this a 22-round draft.
Oh, my gosh.
But with the first pick, it's like I've got to do the whole game here of what do I think could possibly make it back? What are you not going to take? I am struggling with the world open to me.
You have the first pick.
There's nothing scarier than the blank page.
Yeah.
All right.
that is true. This is where you throw some scientific facts out there.
All right.
Okay. It's the first pick, man.
I know,
what
man.
You're tilting.
I'm tilting already because there's just so many different ways you could go. But I've got to stay true to who I am.
Hashtag brand.
It's a hashtag brand. And I've got to go with the Big Mac.
Okay.
Here's the truth. When I go to McDonald's, which more often than I should, that's the truth, which is also what everybody says.
It's also true.
I get a Big Mac.
So you're going Big Mac.
It's always a Big Mac.
I
might be Big Mac Plus, but it starts with a Big Mac.
That's the foundation
the foundation is a Big Mac.
Of the house.
I might add a hot and spicy or a little apple pie, but it always starts with a Big Mac.
I had a very, I've eaten at McDonald's, obviously. I like their, you can go Egg McMuffin, stuff like that. But I had this, 6-month period where Big Macs were yeah, we're into it.
Oh, you were into it.
Every week I'd watch a TV show and eat one show, we'd get Big Macs for the show. I had a 6-month phase of my life. Obviously, cardiac arrest. They brought me back and then I quit.
For all the fast food I've eaten, I think I can count on 2 hands how many Big Macs I've had in my life. I'm just not into it.
Good. My pick, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm not out of order.
No.
McDonald's fries.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The McDonald's fries are between. They actually taste great, especially hot. Obviously,
you put yourself out of the running. You couldn't take them.
And then the nostalgia.
But I'm still upset that I don't get all of them. It's really not fair. I should get every
Oh my
pick.
gosh, how hungry are we going to be at the end of this?
I'm already there.
So, I'm going McDonald's fries. The smell, the taste, the nostalgia.
It's great.
They're
pick.
always they deliver 100% of the time because clearly they're printed in a factory that can produce identical products over and over again. McDonald's fries, feel great about it. Feel solid with the top of the
I feel
draft.
like I'm going to pass out.
I am so happy to be on the turn
Yeah, you get 2 in a row.
because I have 2. This will be the fastest I've ever picked. For all the haters out there, that Mike takes too long with his draft. How you feel about this? Chick-fil-A nuggets.
No,
boom.
no,
In-N-Out burger, cheeseburger. In-N-Out double.
Oh, the double, no! Oh.
Well, I mean, I get the burger. I get the In-N-Out burgers.
Oh, you got to pick you get a double-double or you get a single. That's what I was going to ask.
Okay, fine. I'll take the double-double.
They have 4 items on their menu, and it's like that you have to choose one.
But I feel like me drafting the double-double, you can't come in and be like, I'll take the 3x3.
I agree.
Because
Because the double-double.
So you just took 2 picks as fast as you've ever chosen them.
Yeah.
And they're great.
I'm so happy with it.
I am so upset.
So you went with just to run it back, the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets,
So good.
delicious.
Yes.
You went with the
In-N-Out double-double.
In-N-Out
So
double-double. I'm going to go Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay.
That's a great item.
It is a delicious sandwich.
We could go 100 rounds here. We could go
We might go
100
rounds on the road immediately following this episode.
Oh, we're doing a tour. It's not a nationwide show tour. It is a citywide fast food drive-through tour.
Yes. The marathon begins at our office and it ends at John C. Lincoln Hospital.
Look, there's a reason. There's a reason. There is a reason that I think one of, if not the most popular restaurant in the country right now is Chick-fil-A. And I'm going to finish the cycle here. We're going 3 picks in a row from that restaurant because I want
Really?
I want their waffle fries, man.
Yeah.
Really?
I was torn between taking their nuggets or taking their fries.
Chick-fil-A's
Honestly
waffle
was.
fries are fantastic. If you get McDonald's French fries, which are the GOAT because of how classic they are.
Oh, that's exactly right.
It doesn't mean that they're the best French fry out.
I don't
right?
want-
Like you guys like Five Guys French fries a
love 'em.
lot,
Love 'em.
and other, but they're so classic. They're just. I can see it. I could smell it. I could taste it right now, and this is part of my problem as to why I'm fat.
Okay.
And then the other one. Look, I don't know how this one's gonna play. This might not be a poll getter. It really might not. But
Hashtag no panda bear.
no Panda Bear today, because when we're talking about fast food and my life, this just means too much.
It's very personal for you.
It's very personal. So I'm going to take the item that sometimes I will drive home when I'm really hungry, and because it's
Every
across the
night.
street from my house, I'll do the pro move of I'm just going to roll through here, drop $1, eat these before I get home, have dinner.
Oh, and no one's the wiser.
And no one's the wiser that I got 2 Jack in the Box tacos for 99 cents.
Oh, a little pre-dinner.
Look, you don't fry.
Prime the shoot.
I got to warm it up. Warm it up.
Warm the shoot up.
And
Look,
not much warms your stomach up.
like a Jack in the Box deep fried taco.
Warm
Look,
up all the bowels.
There are no tacos in the world that are deep fried. Like you don't fry tacos. Jack in the Box is like, watch this.
You get the 2. You need to go 1 to prime the shoot, 1 to end it.
Oh no,
You eat
these
the
are,
dinner, finish the other one.
These are both appetizers. So look,
Okay.
I got my Big Mac, I got my Chick-fil-A waffle fries, and my Jack in the Box tacos. I am LIVIN
for a little while. Now, so far, I have. I'm going to go with a little different direction here. I have the spicy chicken sandwich. I got the McDonald's fries. I'm going the Wendy's Frosty.
All
The
right.
Wendy's Frosty.
All right.
I'm bringing dessert into it. I see the producers nodding in approval. That's because they are delicious. And again, I've got a classic lineup here. If I'm eating McDonald's fries and a Wendy's Frosty, I'm strutting through my childhood with joy. I mean, this is delicious.
The fries and the Frosty is a pro move of pro moves. And
and they go together.
And if you're taking the McDonald's fries, which is better than the Wendy's fry, put it into the Wendy's Frosty.
It's
This
true.
is
I feel good, man. I feel good.
you're making magic.
Yeah, I feel real good. Mike, are you going to be able to
I believe so. We got to make sure that there's no pushback on one of these picks.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Because it fits in it's fast food and there is a drive-through. So
On every location?
on every location that I know of.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless it's
I don't like where this is headed.
well, not you can't
Well, I
say
was
every
just thinking,
location because
like,
sometimes like a Chick-fil-A's in a mall.
Well, sure. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, Panda Express has some places that
Oh
have
yeah,
a
no,
drive-through.
it's not like that. But number one, I'm going to take my fry. I'm going to take the Jack in the Box seasoned curly fry.
Great pick.
It's the only. As soon as I missed out
In
on
Jason's life, he feels like because these picks are being made, he doesn't get to eat these items ever again. He is mourning them.
It's that you two don't deserve them.
I claim to all fat food.
Look, if you have had the Jack in the Box curly fries 50 times in your life, Mike, and I've had them 5 million, How dare you stake claim to them? These all belong to me, and this is why American obesity is a real problem. Please go to www.helpwithobesity.com.
Mike has the Chick-fil-A nuggets. He's got the double cheeseburger from In-N-Out, delicious. Seasoned curly fries from Jack in the Box, and one pick remaining. Your final selection.
My final pick here.
So much to choose from.
And this is so we'll have to get a ruling. I firmly believe that I am in the right, and there's absolutely no problem with this. I would like to select a Krispy Kreme glazed donuts.
Okay, I would love that. I would love it if you select that.
Man,
I mean, I don't think
it fits the spirit of the draft. I will let Borland decide on that one, though. If that is what you, does anybody think of it as fast food? Does anybody on this planet go, yeah, I'm going to get some fast food. I'm going to pick up a donut on a drive-thru?
No. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I mean, and I think it would help us in the vote. That's why Jason wants to let it go.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a vote getter, but I'm gonna overrule it and say pick again.
All right.
Oh man.
Obviously, he has a backup ready to go.
Honestly, that sucks. That's a terrible ruling.
I know, but I think the spirit of the draft. Look, there
needs to be a main course.
I just think it needs to be something you traditionally associate with what fast food is. Like most people, when they go to Krispy Kreme, you might get a dozen donuts for a breakfast, but it's not like I'm going to the fast food place. I think you agree with that.
Yeah, well, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's right on the edge.
I would love to give it to you just for our sake and the polls, but because I don't think most people are going to have that synonymous with fast food. Jason really wanted to give it to you?
I did.
It also meant that you didn't draft whatever you're about to draft, which he really wanted to draft.
That's my worry here, is more about what real fast food am I about to lose. And also, I'm starving right now.
Okay, let me go through the list of what everyone has.
All right.
I mean, because I have a couple picks I want, but I feel like we're literally picking 3 restaurants out of the world of fast food.
No, we've tackled quite a few.
Just to be clear, desserts are fine. It does not need to be a main course.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, all right.
Well, that's why the Frosty was allowed. I get it. All right, so I have Chick-fil-A nuggets. I have the double cheeseburger from In-N-Out. I have the seasoned curly fries from Jack in the Box.
There's only one item I need coming back to me. Don't do it.
Oof.
What do you think, Mike? What do you think?
Well, now I got to get inside of Jason's head because there's 2 items that I want to go with.
People are screaming in their cars right now.
Yeah, well, look, I have my clock. I saved clock on the first 2 picks. So that means I get to take
Wait, did you read through the current picks?
He read through his.
I read through mine, yeah. I want to.
Jason's got the Big Mac and the waffle fries and the tacos. I've got the French fries from McDonald's, the spicy chicken sandwich, and the Frosty from Wendy's. This is Mike's final selection, not to be trifled with. What do you think?
All right, then, man, it's down to 2, and it's really, really difficult because they are on opposite sides of the fast food spectrum. One you would start and ruin your day with. The other one you would end and ruin your day with. But in my heart, the thing that I eat that I would want, if I could have anything, I will take the Baconator from Wendy's.
Okay, the Baconator.
You know,
now, I thought, now that we're done and me and Jason have already taken McDonald's items, the Egg McMuffin was the other consideration.
That was it. It was between the Baconator or the Sausage McMuffin.
And you made a mistake.
All right, Jason, what's your final pick?
I'm thrilled about it. Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So I'm going to go with the...
Wait. No, you can't. No, that's garbage.
I was going to let him know.
Oh,
you can't let him know because he was going to reveal a pick. That is we have never encountered this. When you went out of turn, I sat and just kept my mouth closed. I didn't do anything to you.
All's fair.
I noticed you're wearing a mint chocolate chip colored shirt today, Mike.
In honor of the greatest pick
all right,
of all
it's
time.
my pick. It's down to 2 options for me.
This Bush League era.
I think about
single A baseball player over here.
All's fair in love and war. This is war.
So I have French fries from McDonald's, the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. I don't have a traditional burger on my menu, so that is an option I'm considering strongly. You have 2, Mike.
I like burgers.
You know, I'm going to take the Whopper.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Whopper from Burger King. Distinct taste. I love the size. It's delicious.
So
it's fine.
Here's the thing with all these picks, all the possible items we could pick, and the honest truth is that every single thing we've picked so far is delicious.
Do we want another round?
Is so delicious. I could go forever. I don't care.
A 5 selection. Brooks is nodding
Sure.
his head.
Brooks
yes.
is nodding head.
Let's do it.
We'll go
All right.
5 rounds.
All right.
I'm on the turn. I get 2 picks
You
here.
do.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with 2 burgers because
You get 1 pick. I'm sorry.
I get 2 picks.
No, go ahead.
You get 2 picks, Jay.
Okay.
Wow, a 5-rounder.
A 5-rounder. I am going with the double Shack burger from Shake Shack.
Shake
That's
Shack
not
does
a
not have
drive-through. No,
drive-thrus.
that is ineligible.
Shake Shack does not have drive-thrus,
That's
bro.
the same thing as
Dude,
saying,
you're
then I
totally
get-
right. You're
Yeah.
totally 100% right. I was just thinking.
They're way too bougie for a drive-through.
That would be five guys would start to enter the conversation. We'd be in a whole nother world.
Oh no, this is so.
Looks like the filet mignon
I mean-
from Ruth's Chris.
You're very right that the Shake Shack burger is
it's so
is
good. That
dominant.
bun. Oh,
It's incredible.
No.
Well, you have 2 picks.
Wait,
you said
no,
you were going 2
no,
burgers.
no.
What's the other one?
I have 20 items I want.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
Nate,
All right.
Need.
Okay.
Oh, I apologize.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to go dessert,
All right.
and I can't go McFlurry. Right. I've got my McDonald's, so I'm going to go with the Blizzard from Dairy Queen.
I had
It
considered it.
Respectable pick.
I'd considered
It's
it.
just too good. I had a Blizzard last night from Dairy Queen. It was, in fact, a large, and it was.
I
The thing
expect
that we've
nothing
learned
less.
about Jason in the last month is that you are a secret food guy.
Yeah.
You go home. You apparently prime the chute with a couple with a couple of Jack in the Box sneaky fried.
That's it. That's if I don't prime it at the gas station with the Hostess apple pie. I don't know why I can't lose weight.
This is the
I
mystery.
work out. I
You do work out, and this
I-
is the.
Eat healthy.
Just
from
imagine
time
if
to
you
time.
didn't work out. Let's throw that out there.
I think he works out so he can eat the way he eats.
All right,
Yeah.
so you get 1 more pick since we're going 5 rounds.
All right.
You've got the big. Well, you figured out. You've got the McDonald's Big Mac, the Chick-fil-A waffle fries, the Jack in the Box tacos, the Blizzard from Dairy Queen. A respectable team, albeit you don't get all the picks like you want.
Yep.
But a nice looking team. Now you got to close it down with your final fast food item.
Okay. I want diarrhea. So if that's the case, I'm going with a good.
That's a different from any of the picks we've already selected.
It is different. I think you guys could know exactly what I'm going with because there is some kind of special seasoning that Arby's puts on their
Oh,
food.
yes.
And it's delicious.
That's why they haven't been picked yet.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the beef and cheddar
Oh,
classic,
yes.
the largest
The laxative.
the big Montana. Yes, the laxative. Sometimes you need to prime the chute.
Sometimes you need to
Clear
sit
it out?
No, you need to be on the toilet in the middle of the sandwich.
Right.
Because you know that things are going right through.
It's a good pick. It's a great pick. It
Drano
made it really
for the body.
easy for me because I was between the Arby's roast beef sandwich and then this pick. And this pick is the Sonic Cherry Limeade.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
I don't
So-
think it's a vote getter, but it's so good.
It's very
The
delicious.
Sonic Cherry
Yeah.
Limeade to round it out, to wash it down, so to speak. I'm going to finish with the Cherry Limeade. I'm feeling good because it was, I wanted to get the Whopper and the Limeade, and I got them both.
Sausage McMuffin.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. In fact, we probably helped Mike's draft way too much by not letting him take a donut and then circle
man.
back to get your
We
Give me
did.
those- Give me those
Can-
donuts.
egg McMuffin.
I think some apologies are in order. I would like to apologize to Taco Bell. You are a fantastic
man.
restaurant.
Man.
The only thing that's draftable.
I couldn't pick one item.
That's the issue.
Oh, it's easy. If you have
Chalupa?
no, it's the cheesy gordita crunch. That's
See, it's easy, and then we disagreed on it. I
Right.
don't know if that
The Crunchwrap Supreme
Yeah.
is unbelievable. It's a
soft
whole
tacos
meal.
are great. I mean,
everything.
everything.
The
from
Doritos
there
Locos
is-
tacos,
oh yeah,
eh.
yeah.
KFC, Popeyes,
The nacho cheese
no chicken
chalupa.
places.
The nacho cheese chalupa is in my Mount Rushmore of offered items in fast food.
Wow.
Yeah, that you didn't pick through 5
Well, I didn't.
rounds.
Pick, they don't even offer it anymore, so I didn't pick it.
Okay.
That's fair.
At least I didn't pick a Shake Shack burger.
And Mike, you love Carl's Jr. You didn't.
Nothing from the Carl's Jr. menu.
Never even considered them.
Carl's Jr. is just well rounded. I know I'm going to have a great time if I eat a Carl's Jr. For the moments I'm chewing the food.
It is time for lunch, gentlemen.
All right. One more thing.
What did we learn today?
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Man, what did we learn today? Brand new drop.
It's a brand new drop, but I don't know what I learned.
Oh, I know what I learned. I learned that you cannot replace a bike tire. If your tire pops,
Throw it out.
If your tire pops, you need to get an entirely new bicycle.
I think what I learned, or further learned, or expounded on my knowledge of, is that Jason has no shame when it comes to secret food. He primes the chute before dinner. He gets it going.
Look, what I've always said is an important part of every meal is pre-meal.
Yes, you did.
Whatever you eat before the meal is an important part of the forthcoming meal.
And they say, look, teach with actions, not just words. And you've taught with actions on that front.
Do as I do, not as I say.
Have you gone after Taco Bell? Have you shamed them yet for only going with fourth meal? Like they had that huge awareness campaign, fourth meal. And did you let them know that that's not the appropriate amount?
I wrote a few letters. I said,
snail mailed them in.
Snail mailed them in for sure.
They gave him some coupons on the way back,
and those were used.
Those have been used.
Oh, Culver's cheese curds left out in the dust.
They were. Culver's Butterburger left out in the dust.
Well, the problem is we're not rich.
Raising Cane's.
And oh my gosh,
no, it was. I couldn't go with them because I took Chick-fil-A.
And
we didn't take.
It's regional too, so that's
a
tough one.
I don't care if it's regional. How did we not?
The best region for it is my belly.
That's right.
I learned today that I should be marching more because I watching that man march brought joy to my life. I need to employ it a little bit more.
Impressive. Be sure to check out SpitballersPod.com. Become a Spitwad. Support the show.
Trombones led the big parade.
Thanks for listening, tuning in, supporting the show.
Absolutely. SpitballersPod.com if you want to support the show. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers Podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.